Hiya, love. Today I'm going to talk about how I cope with my Asperger's, because a lot of people ask me stuff about, what do I do in this situation or that situation, and it's all daily stuff that we all struggle with. So I thought I'd try and tackle a few things. I've not written anything down, I'm just gonna see what comes out. So the first thing is eye contact. I really don't like eye contact. I think it's the most unnerving, invasive things ever, and I'm sure a lot of other people will agree as well. So basically what I do is I look at the person's eyebrow, or like this bit, so it looks like I'm looking into their eyes. I've never had any complaints or anything. And yeah, I think it convinces people. So, and it just makes it a lot less intrusive for you. You know, you can appear to have eye contact with somebody and you can kind of feel like you've kind of got eye contact with somebody, you know, that you're having a normal conversation with someone. But really, you're not actually looking in their eyes. I don't know, that's just something I do. The next thing is having routines. So I think most people with Asperger's will have routines anyway, but what I tend to do is, like, the night before work, for example, I've got a very strict routine. I have to start getting ready for bed at 9:15 to 9:30. I take my sleeping tablet at 8:30 on the dot. I bring it downstairs with me and put it in my pyjama bottoms pocket ready. And you know, all my food is prepped the day before, even my porridge in my little microwave box thing, with whatever I'm having in it. Everything is prepped before, water in my water bottle, everything. And then, you know, when I go upstairs to bed, what do I do first? Let me think. Take my makeup off, clean my teeth, plug my phone in, get my earplugs in, and then I'm snuggled down for about 20 to 10. And then in the morning, it's the same thing. It usually takes me about 15-20 minutes to get ready in the morning for work, because my job doesn't require you to look glamorous. You're just going to get covered in spit and coffee and everything. So there's no point bothering. I just turn up looking like a right tramp, to be honest, but don't give a shit. So yeah, it's the same thing. Get up, clean my teeth, put a tiny bit of makeup on, brush my hair. Clothes are laid out ready, forgot to say that the night before, and you know, obviously my lunch and that's ready in the fridge for me to just grab and go, and then that's it, I'm off. So, you know, doing routines like that really helped me to kind of minimise the anxiety. You know, will I have enough time to sleep? Have I done this? Have I done that? You know, oh, you know, I forgot to do this, so I've got to do it in the morning, you know, and then you can't sleep because you're worrying about it. So it does really help just to have like a solid uniform routine. The only thing is, like, if somebody tries to disrupt the routine, I'm not happy. So there was one time when my boyfriend's mate came round to put the door on my bedroom and to put the telly up, I think, downstairs. That was when we first moved in, and he was still there at like 9:30, and obviously I got really touchy. So I wasn't nasty to him or anything. I wasn't rude. Obviously, I was really grateful for him for him coming round to, you know, fix things and stuff. And he'd been at work all day, like, you know, legend. But it was just the fact that my routine was disrupted, so obviously that's going to cause me a lot of anxiety. But it's alright, I got enough sleep in the end, I got over it. So the next thing is make sure you have enough time to yourself. And I mean, I do 2 to 3 14-hour shifts per week, so that leaves me with, you know, a few free days to myself. 1 to 2 of them a week are spent with my boyfriend, and then pretty much all the others are spent on my own, which is good because, you know, I get to do all my jobs done. I get to just relax and calm down from the busy days, and I get to do the things that I enjoy doing to keep me relaxed, like going to the gym, like reading stuff on the internet, and yeah, just whatever I want to do really. And then, you know, there's no rushing about, and then I can go back to work feeling refreshed and ready to go again. The next thing is be selective with who you're friends with. And to be honest with you, at this moment in time, I mean, later on I'm going to meet up with a friend that I made at work that doesn't work there anymore, and she's from Yorkshire. So yeah, Yorkshire. But apart from that, like, I don't really socialise because I moved down here a year ago, and I just find it hard to make new friends, which doesn't really bother me because, you know, I enjoy my own company, and I think a lot of friends equals a lot of stress, you know, a lot of things to remember, a lot of social events, and I like to keep all that quite minimal and simple, to avoid hoo-ha basically. So yeah. But being selectively social, what I mean by that is just make sure that you're hanging around with nice, accepting people. You know, people that you can have a laugh with, people that you can be yourself with. Don't be friends with people that want things from you, or that make you feel like you're not good enough, or make you feel like your Asperger's is a problem. Ain't nobody got time for that. And, you know, there's a lot of nice people out there. I was a bit sceptical a while ago, but there are a lot of nice people out there. To be fair, like, I do socialise with my boyfriend's friends, and they're all amazing. But making friends by myself is bloody hard. Like, it's very hard. The next thing is make sure that you've got enough time to do the things that you enjoy doing. So, you know, whether that's like creative stuff, or going to the gym, or, you know, like going to groups and stuff like that. If you've got any kind of specific interests, it could be like that LARPing or whatever, you know, whatever you like doing, just make sure that you've got enough time to do it and that you keep doing it. Because if you're doing something that you enjoy, and, you know, maybe sharing that with other people that enjoy the same things, then A, it makes it easier for you to make friends, and B, like, your brain is stimulated by the things you love, so, which is obviously going to make you happy. Like, when I've stopped doing stuff that make me happy, I kind of feel like I've lost a sense of my identity. Like, I've not done modelling for about 2 years, and I used to love that, you know, I used to love getting dressed up and being a different person for a couple of hours and being creative and, you know, all that kind of stuff. For a while I stopped doing urban exploration as well, exploring abandoned buildings, because I didn't have a car, and yeah, everyone's busy all the time. But now I've got a car, like, you know, once I get more confident on the motorway and stuff, I can go wherever I want, you know. So yeah, when you're doing your hobbies, let's say, that you enjoy doing, it just makes life a lot nicer, doesn't it? The next thing is try and stay healthy. And I know a lot of people with autism and Asperger's have kind of, how can I describe it? Like, their foods and stuff that they eat are quite limited sometimes. I don't personally have that, although I can eat the same 3 meals every single day for months if I wanted to. You know, because I'm a big fan of routine, love it. But yeah, some people can only eat certain foods and stuff, which can make that difficult. But just going outside, going for walks and stuff like that, being in nature, if you can driving out to somewhere new to explore, you know, being outside in nature is one of the most healing and soothing and calming things that I have found in life. And I think that comes from my dad, because when we were little and everything, he used to take us up to Bradfield and the Peak District and stuff, and just the woods that were near our house. So I grew up with all that, and you know, he showed me all the old places and told me all the stories and the folklore and all the local history and stuff, so I love all of that. But just being outside in the middle of nowhere, you know, just in the fresh air and all the trees and everything, it's just so peaceful and calming. And sometimes you need that, especially if you've been having a stressful day, or you know, if you've had a bit of a shit time, or you've been having a meltdown, you know, just to get yourself outside there and away from the place that's causing you stress or whatever, it does you the world of good. But by staying healthy, I mean obviously by diet and exercise. Like, I can't stress enough how good exercise is for anxiety, for depression. I know it's not a cure for everything, mental health wise, but for me personally, it keeps me in control of my life, and I'm being serious about that. It really does. And I don't want to sound pushy or anything, but in the last 4 years that I've been, well, over 4 years that I've been vegan, because of my diet, when I'm eating a whole foods plant-based diet, basically a natural diet, which isn't as boring as it sounds. It's actually really, really good and satisfying, and yeah, I love eating food like that, just colourful and just healthy. It just makes you feel so good. But yeah, since that, I've noticed a vast improvement in my concentration because I've got ADD as well, in my anxiety levels. My depressive episodes are very few now, and a lot less severe, and last a lot less than they used to do. I mean, before that, and I'm not saying it's all down to this, but diet helps so many things, especially mental health. But before I was eating this way and looking after myself and everything, and I was eating a lot of meat, a lot of dairy, a lot of processed food, my ADHD was all over the place. It was so bad. And my depressive episodes were very, very long, like we're talking months, and I would just be inconsolable. Like, you know, my life would just go down the shitter. I'd have to quit my jobs. I'd have to move back in with my mum and dad. And that happened a few times, but it hasn't happened for years. And I think a big part of that is I'm now looking after myself a lot more. With social events and stuff like that, what I tend to do is, at the moment, weddings and big things like that are kind of off the menu. But you know, parties and going out for dinner, you know, with a large group of people or something, I can do now, but what I suggest you do is just stick to a couple of hours, or like 2 or 3 hours tops. And yeah, because a lot of the time when I've tried to socialise, I've overdone it and I've been out for hours, and then I come back and I'm just like, oh my god, my head. What's going on? I feel hungover, I've not had one drink. So, you know, by limiting the amount of time you spend socialising at one at one time, shall we say, you're minimising the recovery time, if you like. That's just something I do anyway. So yeah, they're just some of the tips that I've got for you off the top of my head. If I think of anything else, I'll probably do a part 2 or something. So yeah, that's it from me, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.